Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will discuss what is inrush current or surge current in each power supplies, switch mode power supply circuits like this welding machine, inverter AC circuits, SMPS circuits. We inject AC voltage, the line voltage in the circuit, then through this EMI RFI circuit, bridge rectifier, and then these voltage are converted into DC voltage. First it was AC, now it is converted into the DC voltage. We have a capacitor here. If we discuss a capacitor or battery, when it is empty, it will take a maximum current than the rated value of this circuit. Because it is empty, it behaves like a short circuit. When it will start charging, at that time it will try to take the maximum current. That unwanted drawing of the huge amount of current is called surge current, and that current is most of the time 10 times or more than 10 times than the rated current of the circuit. To protect from that, there is a technique that is called inrush protection circuit, that is called NTC or PTC. Negative temperature coefficient or positive temperature coefficient resistors are used, because resistors always limit the current, but to compensate the temperature effect, environment temperature or enclosure temperature, these components are used. The current will come here, one line directly here, the second line reaching here, then passing through fuse, the both lines in parallel, and now the both lines will reach to this filter, dual line filter. After passing this choke, this inductor, because this inductor, it have this point or this point, these 2 points, so voltage will pass to the bridge rectifier center 2 terminals. It will convert to the DC. Sometime this component is installed here, or sometime it is installed after the bridge. It will limit the charging current for this capacitor. Here it is using after the bridge rectifier between capacitor and bridge, because it have to limit the current going to the capacitor. Now if we see this welding machine, line voltage are reaching here to this point, and then it have to pass to the bridge rectifier. So it is a series component before the bridge. In that SMPS, it is after the bridge. Either it is after the bridge or before the bridge rectifier. It is limiting the current going to the capacitor. When the capacitor will take a specific amount of voltage, when it will reach in the safe limit for the circuit, at that time this component will bypassed and the circuit will take a routine current. Because this is high current device, for that purpose it is using NTC or PTC bypass relay. Here it is using 15 SY101 100 ohm PTC. In low power output power supplies it is used 5 ohm, 10 ohm, but here, because it is using a big capacitor to protect from a high surge current, inrush current, it is using 122. Actually it is 100 ohm, because its resistance will change depending on the temperature, because it is positive temperature coefficient resistance. When the room temperature or the ambient temperature will increase, its resistance will increase. If the ambient temperature will decrease, its resistance will decrease. So it is PTC, positive temperature coefficient resistance, 100 ohm. So let's check now how it will work and how it will stop the current. I connected this oscilloscope across this PTC. Now very useful point, because it is an isolated circuit. It will take direct AC voltage. There is no isolation transformer in this circuit, we have to take care to connect oscilloscope. If we have main grounded oscilloscope, then it will make a big disaster, it can damage. You have to take an isolated voltage, you have to use isolation transformer for your input line, or you can isolate your oscilloscope using isolation transformer. So it is much better to use isolation transformer for the oscilloscope so that it will not damage, because we have to apply voltage at these two terminals and never touch any part of this circuit because it have unisolated voltage here. I set 10 time attenuation on the probe. In the channel setting, I selected 10x probe. Now I will connect power. We can see it is now 576 volt peak, 276 volt one peak. So that means this circuit tried to draw maximum current. Now I will remove power. I will discharge this capacitor. Now it is discharged. I am using this soldering iron. We have one PTC here. Then, because now it is working in series, then we have bridge rectifier and other circuit. We can see that is the second circuit. It is PTC, and here we have RL. That is the total impedance of the circuit. The biggest surge current device, that is this capacitor. So in the startup we can see it dropped all the voltage on this component, on this device, on this two terminals. Why? Because this circuit was behaving as a short circuit, because this capacitor, it was empty, it was drawing the maximum current. If we don't have this inrush protection, surge protection circuit, at that time it may damage some input components, it may trip off the fuse, it may damage this bridge rectifier, because bridge rectifier, it have also a surge limitations, so that might be this bridge rectifier can damage, and at huge surges this capacitor may also damage. To protect the possible damages to the circuit, the startup current, that is limited here by using this PTC. In the initial stage, it was drawing 276 volt peak. That means now we can say we are applying 230 volts. Multiply it 1.414. It is 325 volt peak from this side to this side, and out of 325 volts the PTC dropped 276 volt at initial startup here. So 276 volt dropped here. Just only 49 volt peak was dropped here. Out of 325, just only 49 volt were dropped here, and 276 volt across this inrush protection. So imagine if we are not using this PTC, this inrush current, what will happen? Now if we see this 100 ohm PTC, this time due to temperature it is measuring 122 ohm. Okay, we can say 122 ohm. At 122 ohm resistance, it is dropping 276 volt peak in one side and 49 volt here. If we see the ratio, it is 276, it is 49, we can say it is 50 volt. So it is about 5.5 to 1 ratio. So if it is 122 ohm resistance, 122 ohm resistance divided by 5.5, it is 22 ohm resistance initial startup. 22 ohm, if we are not using this PTC, what will happen? In initial startup, we are applying 320 volt, 25 volt peak. Now based on the Ohm's law, I is equal to V over R. We don't have this PTC. We apply directly this voltage here. What will happen? At this RL, 325 divided by 22 ohms, 14.7. So it will give an initial surge of this current. So it may damage any component, any other thing, and the capacitor operating life will also reduce. It can also damage. Bridge rectifier can also damage. We will monitor the voltage at this capacitor, how it will increase. Now we will check. It is at 332 volts. Let me discharge it. Now if we see here, this is the time when we applied voltage, and from this time to this time it is its charging time constant. In this portion, at its initial charging time constant, we need a protection at that time. In this time, it works as a short circuit. It tries to take a maximum current, that is 62%, approximately 62-63% of the charging value. It will try to take voltage to store the charge. So this time is considered as a inrush protection time. So we have to limit the current in this portion. This time this capacitor is charging slowly. Now we can see, using this inrush protection circuit, the current is limited in this portion. So it will take a slow charging until reaching its maximum level. Here it reached at maximum level, so that if it is not using this inrush protection circuit at that time, it will try to draw maximum current, unlimited current, so that it can damage any component. Friends, I hope so this video is informative. If it is informative, please hit the like button. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.